We all know you've been running around these past couple of months singing,
"How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay."
And hey, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I'm no better. C is one of the biggest artists coming up from the United Kingdom and making waves in the international waters. But before we got to know his views on the LGBTQ community,
Like, homophobia, I think it's so weird.
or him taking the matters into his own hands and helping his girlfriend to come out as homosexual,
My bitch is gay.
Central C, like all of us, had to start somewhere. C was born on June 4th, 1998, to an Irish mother and Guyanese father. He grew up in Shepherd's Bush, London. Believe it or not, Central C is not his government name. His birth name is Oakley Neil H.T. Caesar Soon. Growing up, his father would play hip-hop, reggae, and dancehall music around him. According to C, he kept to himself in school, but would occasionally misbehave and lose his temper. He went to the same school as another big UK rapper, Digga D, who was a couple of school years higher. Before finding success in music industry, C worked at a shoe shop, but after just a couple of weeks, he left the job after figuring out his wage. Caesar Soon began recording music at the age of 14. I think that's where a lot of people are mistaken to think that he's just an artist who just started rapping. I've even heard rumors about people calling him an industry plant. C has been making music for almost 10 years before he got his first hit. In 2015, Central C appeared on the 8 on Nothing remix, alongside J Hus and more. This remix is really important because this is where he adopted his rap name, Central C, and was starting to get into the industry. He released his Street Heat freestyle in February of the same year. On August 2016, he released his single Pull Up, and in 2017, C released his first project, the EP 17. These few releases helped C begin his career, but at that point he was just another UK artist who brought nothing new to the table. If you would go back and listen to his older music, he sounded nothing like he sounds today.
Pull up skirt, would you ride for me? Tell me now, would you die for me?
But that's a part of the journey. Up to this point, C would use a husky, wavy sound with a lot of autotune, much like other UK artists. He figured that he needed to separate from the crowd. It took him some time to find his sound, but once he found it, it was only up from there. It was around this time where Central C started to get into the trap wave. He released Next Up, Back to Back, Transition in October of 2019. These singles showed that he put aside old singing technique and fully dived into the trap sound. As a cherry on top, he also released a freestyle on Instagram, which gained a lot of traction, showing that his new sound is what the people want.
Sleeping, but it's about time we all awaken. Seems like they want everybody segregated.
He was keeping it busy from 2015 to 2020. After 5 years of releasing music, he started to gain some buzz around his name, but it was nothing compared to what was coming for him.
A SARS-like virus, which has infected hundreds in China, has now reached the United States.
In 2020, coronavirus struck the world. All of us went to lockdown. We ate a bunch of junk food, gained a lot of weight, and started using the devil's app, TikTok. For Central C, this was a blessing in disguise. In the beginning of 2020, C got his hands on his first drill beat. According to him, Day in the Life was his first drill song. After recording it, he knew that the song was special, but it was so much different from his other music that he didn't even have anything to follow that up with. In No Jumper interview, he mentioned that after making the song, he had a lot of confidence that he can make more songs like that.
Kinda, but like when I made that song Day in the Life, that was like my first like time jumping on a drill beat, yeah, if you wanna call it that. That was like the first time I jumped on that type of beat. When I dropped that song even, I didn't have nothing to follow it up with. I didn't know what I was doing. I had a good feeling about the song and I knew I could make more songs like it. I know I know I can jump on any kind of beat really.
On June 14, 2020, the world got to listen his breakthrough single, Day in the Life.
Turn off the auto-tune. Let's hear how you really rap. Ha.
Couple months in, Central C was everywhere. The song was a huge hit and it went viral on TikTok. C with this one hit managed to become one of the biggest rappers that blew up during the coronavirus. It's interesting to think that before pandemic, he didn't even have a proper interview or ever met his new and bigger portion of his fans. He also got cosigns from artists like Big Sean and Drake. And all of it was just the beginning. After success of Day in the Life, he released a few singles like Molly, Commitment Issues, Pinging, and Loaded, which eventually overtook Day in the Life and is now his biggest song to date. These releases only show that C had fully solidified his sound. As we all know, these are also some of his most famous songs. They also got pretty popular on TikTok and even got a couple of, I would say, insane videos.
If I can't afford that bag that you want, then I will lick that for you.
No, stop it. I don't know what's going on here. Can I just clear up here? When I say I lick that for you, I mean I'll hit that lick for you. I don't know what you look for I was saying, but you got it misconstrued.
All of them are straight hits, but I want to specifically mention Pingin. During the chorus, he says,
"Take that risk and go independent, I just turned down 6 figures." Different.
I think this is an important detail to mention, that Central C, to this day, is still an independent artist who only has a distribution deal. It's honestly so nice to see another great artist who is making waves and is publicly speaking about being fully independent and rebelling against record labels. Also, I want to mention that he's one of those artists who has an insane work ethic. He keeps dropping music, making music videos pretty much non-stop without taking any long breaks. After a couple of hit singles, C started to work towards releasing a mixtape. One of many things C is really good at is marketing. His 2021 Wild West mixtape had a really impressive marketing strategy. You see, when you're a musician, you have to have your own signature. One thing that will help people instantly think of you. For example, Michael Jackson had his glove. O.J. Simpson is also famous for his glove, but for a completely different reason. Elvis Presley, Freddie Mercury had flashy, untraditional, eye-poking costumes, and well, Central C just went for an orange color. And when I'm saying he went for it, I mean it. It was everywhere. Music videos, cars, jackets, shoes, walls, everything had some sort of orange. He even himself mentioned a couple of times about him painting his city orange. Already then the hype was huge, but he managed to up it even more. He linked up with Trapstar. Trapstar is one of most respected UK streetwear brands. They did a collab together on his album by releasing merch. This is where his genius comes into play. Even if people don't listen to C, they will still buy the merch because it's from one of the biggest, most respected brands. They might sell the stuff or they genuinely like the brand, but C made sure that with every unit of clothing sold, they would get a physical copy of the album, as well as a download code, which would count as 2 units sold towards the UK album charts. A lot of artists do these types of bundles, and it's not something new in the music industry. A perfect example would be Travis Scott with his album Astroworld.
Whole nigga of the week, of course, is Travis Scott. But what we not gonna do is have this auto-tune man coming up here selling fucking sweaters and telling y'all he sold 500,000 fucking albums, cause he didn't.
But for an up-and-coming guy who has a good amount of hype to link up with well-established streetwear brand and do a collab together is pure genius. Wild West eventually charted at number 2 on the UK album charts. This was an insane achievement for him and his team. Again, I just want to remind you that this was all done independently. The mixtape was a success. Central C won JRM rated award for Breakthrough Artist of the Year and Male Artist of the Year. Also won a Best Newcomer at the MOBO Awards.
And the winner is Central C!
You know, I'm not really a newcomer though.
Following his success, he didn't stop there and started to work towards his new mixtape. This time he changed the color. From orange to yellow. Once again, we saw yellow everywhere. Even his video lyrics were yellow. He released another single, Obsessed With You, which is also a huge hit from his catalog. The day I'm recording this video, it's his 3rd most popular song on Spotify. He followed up with Retail Therapy, Cold Shoulder, and Khabib, before dropping his mixtape on the 25th of February, 2022. The mixtape was another huge success. 15 songs, no features, apart from one song with his brother and a track called Eurovision, which concept I find really unique and interesting. On the song, he has rappers from different European countries, rapping in their native language. It's really refreshing to see somebody from Europe embracing where they come from. The mixtape charted at number 1 on the UK album charts. He didn't take any break after reaching number 1 and went straight back into the booth. After previewing on social media and concerts.
Cool, listen though, this ain't a song any of you lot are familiar with. This is an unreleased.
Hitman in a top try, see a man topless, even a stick is gay.
On July 21st, 2020, he released his new, soon to be the biggest song ever, Doja. It was released alongside a music video which was directed by the one and only Cole Bennett. It became his highest charting song of his career and debuted at number 2 on the UK singles chart. It also reached at number 13 on the US Bubbling Under Hot 100 chart. This perfect combination between catchy song and Cole Bennett's amazing skill to make a music video outstanding gave a big push to C's music becoming more and more popular in the United States. Everybody is talking about it. I don't know if you noticed, but again, we can see a lot of one specific color in the single cover and music video. I think this is the way he's going to promote his albums for a while. We had Orange with Wild West, Yellow with 23, and now his new project is probably going to be Soaked in Blue. The rest is history. There is yet no release date for his new album or mixtape, but I'm sure that with all of this hype, that he can not only create around himself, but actually maintain it. His next project is going to be massive. His story only proves us once again that with hard work and determination, you can achieve everything. Don't give up on your dreams, because you never know what can happen.